Liebe Damen und Herren, Mesdames et Messieurs, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to today's LemonAid Thursday. As every Thursday so far that I can count on, I'm trying to do LemonAid Thursdays where I, David Lemon, go out there and just basically try to help out everybody that I can in this short period of time where I just go online, put on my camera, take a glass of lemonade, I sip it, I answer your questions, we have a good conversation, I help out a lot of people that with their problems that they're struggling. And if you are one of those, just please come over here and freely put your questions into the comment box just below this video, or if you're watching on Facebook, next to the video on the right hand side. Yeah, so I'm happy that you're here, guys. Thank you very much for coming. I will be answering your questions live. In case you have something that you want me to demonstrate, in case you have something that you're struggling with in your builds, in case you have something that you don't fully understand, just come by, ask them. And if you don't have anything to ask, just stay, and then you will probably learn something very interesting. Maybe some people will ask questions that you didn't even know that you don't know them. So this happens quite often when we have people just watching us and then learning new stuff they didn't even know that they didn't even know. So yes, LemonAid Thursday, I'm happy that you're here. And yes, I can see already a couple of people joining in here. So I have Dean saying howdy, David. I have Ahmed joining us from YouTube saying hello, David. Hi, Ahmed, good to have you here. Claudio is here. Hi, David. It's good to have you guys. So in case you are watching us, in case you joined on our call, please jump into the comment section. Say hi, David. I'm here. I'm new. I'm learning. I actually like to see people when they just say hello. I can greet them. I can meet them. I can read out their names, and then it becomes a conversation, and it is not a strange person looking into a camera and in front of his screen and just talking to himself. Yes, please make it interesting so that I am not weird. Yes, Dean, you don't know what you don't know. Actually, correct. Tina Joyner saying hi, David. Hi, Tina. It's good to have you here. Vibor is saying namaste, David. Namaste, Vibor. Ben already asking question. Layout display, need a full explanation of what all the different options are, what to do and when we should choose them. What's the benefit of each one? This is a good question. This is not fully clear to me yet, so I'm not very confident on teaching it. I don't like teaching stuff that I don't fully understand. So I will let you know, Ben, what I know. I know about three things actually, but the rest I will just leave out because I'm not very familiar with flex boxes inside the page builders. Hi, Dave, new and confused, lol. John, no problem. Hopefully we will be able to get you some answers on here. So in case you have any questions, please just pop them into the comment box. I will try to help you as I do on LemonAid Thursdays. This is the Q&A session. So if you are just at the beginning of your journey and you don't know where to start, please come over here and ask it. In case you are more advanced and you have a specific question or something that you don't know how to do, I will try to answer it for you. You have to know I don't know everything, and I never said I know everything, but I know how to look things up and I know the people that needs to be asked. So in case I don't know something, I will give my best to find out for you. Awesome. Perfect. So I have a Facebook user saying hello, David. I have Linda here. Hi, David, on product number 4 in GrooveKart. Awesome. Linda is setting up her GrooveKart store. She successfully set up a contest page inside GroovePages, which is running. And Linda already said that she is having success with the contest page, so she's getting leads on her GroovePages account, but now she wants to actually create a store and put up her products so she can actually sell them on GrooveKart. Yes, just see, Ben is saying just watch replay and find out how to get YouTube and Vimeo videos to update. Might be good to remind everybody about using backspace because there's a lot of bugs reported on video not updating. Good idea, Ben. I will mention that one. Linda is having issues on Groove on how to rotate pictures. Linda, is this on GroovePages or GrooveKart? Please let me know. Eldon is here. Eldon is in New Zealand. Thanks for your honesty about display because that's what's often missing. So appreciate that. Maybe you can find out from the developers for a future training. I for sure will, Ben. I don't want to bug them at this point because they are under a lot of tasks that we are preparing for you for these launch launch that we are having. There will be more info on that one later on. I will be doing an announcement after this LemonAid video is done. There is a webinar preparing for Tuesday, and I will just announce this in the Facebook group. And we have our full power of development at this point doing the tasks needed for this launch. So after this is finished, I will jump in and actually find everything out about these layout options. I'm pretty sure most of them will be simplified. So Ben asked previously about the layout options and what each of those options do. I know about 3 of them, which I will be going over. And at this point, I will be running to the devs later on after this launch has settled a bit, and then we can get somebody to actually either jump in on a call with us or just guide me through so I can guide you through. Perfect. Awesome, David. Thank you. No worries. Ellen saying congrats, Linda. Good. So that is basically it about the welcome. I have a couple of people that are still joining in. Welcome, guys. As you may know, I'm not alone. I have Hello Kitty over here watching over me and making sure that I don't speak nonsense. But yes, the rules of these LemonAid Thursdays are usually that I sip my lemonade and answer questions. Once the lemonade is gone, the LemonAid Thursday is gone. The Q&A is finished. However, I am doing it for 8 sessions already, and I have never managed to sip through the whole glass of lemonade. So you are lucky in case you are just joining in later on. Most probably I will not finish this one either. But doesn't matter. I will start with the questions. So there were 2 questions that were posted a couple of days ago already. As soon as I put up this LemonAid Thursday announcement that I'm planning to go live, Reese Brenton, he put his questions inside here. So he's saying, let me just make it bigger for you so you can see as well. He's saying, hi, David, I have 3 questions for you this week. 1, I cannot seem to save the edited pages for each device. I make sure I have only the device selected on the top bar and I save the changes, but it always changes across the board. I wonder, you mentioned many weeks ago something about refreshing the site since the changes made at the backend. Yes, so Reese, this is correct. Once we publish some changes, we need to you need to make sure that we do the hard reload before doing something, because sometimes the cache on Cloudflare and cache in the browser is not letting us see the most updated version of the builder. So once you go in the builder itself and you are there, you go into GroovePages, and here, or you can also open a site, and then actually here you go into inspect, and then in inspect element you just hover over this refresh, you click it and hold it, and then you can do an empty cache and hard reload over here. So once you did this, you close this inspect element, you log out like that, and then I suggest you to do that one as well here. I don't know if this makes a change outside once you logged out, but I usually do it just to make sure that the code is loaded in from the beginning. Okay, so if you did that, you should be up and running with the newest updates. However, for the questions that you have about the responsiveness, I'm not quite sure what the issue is that you are seeing. You say that it is not updating once you update something for a special device, for separate device. Let me just try to do something over here. Try to do, I don't know, a pre-made block, not footers, but let's try with this cover. So as you remember, guys, there is a video in the Facebook group which is called editing text across different devices. And this is the video where I show how to actually go in there, change the styling, and actually have it different on different devices. This up here is the device selector, the responsiveness device selector. So once you have it looking like this means that you're editing for desktop, for a big screen, and then the changes will apply across all the devices. Let me just show you. So now if I change the headline color to red, on every device it should change to red. If I click this out and I, for example, just come into this tablet mode and I change the color on here, theoretically it should be changed only here. Let's just check. So on this device, we have it still red. Here it's still red. Here is still red. Here is green. And then here is still red. So this is just a very dummy version of the tutorial on how to change things on different devices. You can do more, like if you want to resize, for example, only on this device. So I am now editing only for mobile. I want to resize for this one, for the headline to be so small, like that. And then if I come to other devices, nothing has changed. Only on the smallest device the headline was changed because this is the only device that was chosen. Reese, I'm not sure what your problem with the editing is, but in case you are having difficulties, please shoot a Loom video. Loom is just an app that you install in your Chrome browser and you can record your screen. Just shoot me over in a private message a Loom video where you're having problems with certain things, and then I would be able to assist you from there. Okay, so this will be it about the responsiveness. Let me just go back and see the second question. Using the form embed so I can use ThriveKart, and I have a problem where the size of the button was very small. I tried to change the size of the button within the code taken from ThriveKart that I placed in the embed form, but nothing happened. So this one as well, I would need to see what actually happened. I don't have ThriveKart. I have GrooveCell embed code, which I can share and show you how it works. But once you have something inside the embed code, there's not much possibility to change it on our side inside the embed code. You can change the code, of course, but if you embed something, as I did, for example, on this pop-up, I embedded the code of the GrooveCell checkout. So this is the code inside and it's loading, but it is loading the widget as it is. The checkout widget is as it is. I cannot go into the code and actually change it from here. This would need to be done either on ThriveKart in case you have problems with the ThriveKart widget loading in strangely. But inside GroovePages, there is not a lot you can do about this one. If it looks like this, it could be looking differently. I'm not a user of ThriveKart. I have tested it out on a free account, but I didn't really use it. So yes. 3, can we place an icon on a button? I have tried the text icon you showed in a previous video, but it didn't work. So I'm not quite sure what didn't work, Reese, but I will just go through it one more time for everybody that is watching in case you have pum, 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 pum. Okay, so Linda is asking what app to do video. It's Loom, so Loom.com. Loom is actually a pretty cool tool that I use. Look how simple it is to actually record something. So it is always up here in your browser. You click it, it will ask what to record: screen and camera, screen only, or camera only. Here you can actually set up your microphone and your camera details. You just press start recording, choose the screen you want to record, and actually counting off the time, and then you start recording, Linda. This is very cool. I will not saving, so you can just finish the recording, pause it, or just cancel the recording. I can see myself here. Hello, David. Hello, myself. But yes, that is it. And then after that, you just get a link. You can share this link with people around the internet. It is pretty cool to use. You also have your own folder inside, and then you can access the previous recordings inside here. I'm not promoting Loom. I'm just a very happy user with it, and yes, that I recommend for quick recordings of your screen. Placing an icon on a button. So let me just show you on this dummy site and dummy page. So I want to have, I will use this cover that I used previously, and on here I will place a button. So Reese mentioned that he is having issues with attaching icons to a button, and in a couple of previous builds I mentioned that you can actually do that using text icons. There is a loads of different text icons. I use this site Cool Symbol. It is very easy to use. For example, I want to use I don't know which one. For example, some arrow like this. I like this one. Okay. And then I come inside the button itself, click the configure. In the text element, I actually do click the paste. This is where my arrow appears, and then start now. Something like this. It is actually showing up. It doesn't have the option not to show up because this is a text. This is a character like a star or a dash or a dot or any of these. So this is actually character that the system recognizes as text. So there is no difference between this one and this one. So I'm not quite sure how it is not working for you. If you could just record a Loom video for me as well, I would appreciate it. Oh, let me just move Linda away. Yes. So yes, this was answering Reese Brenton. Okay. I have a question from Michael Seeley. David, help for navbar and drop-down menus. Was told you have training video on that, but can't find it. Won't be available tomorrow. Looking to have menu across top, and when clicked or hover, will drop down names of interior pages, which could also be nested. Refer to additional pages. Awesome. So Michael, I'm happy to say that there is a video, or there are a couple of videos on these topics inside the Facebook group itself. Once you come into the group if you have the layout like me, or if you have the older version of it, you will find popular topics in posts either here on the left hand side menu, or if you have the newer version, then you will find it here. Click on tutorial videos, and then you scroll down a bit. Are you wondering how to create sticky headers navigation bar? This is also on navigation. And then there is another one. Do you have navigation that you want to have a transparent background and things like this? Here I teach the navigation tips and tricks. If you want to actually learn how to do nesting so that you have subcategories, I will show you that one over here. So I want to just put a menu on this block. Here in the elements, you can just scroll down and you will see the different navigation menus that you have. Let me just choose this one. I'll just pop it in here. It doesn't actually matter where it is at this point. We will just try to move it away a bit from the rest, like that. Okay. I know that it is not looking cool, but this is just so that I can prove a point over here. So here, home is showing because we only have one page that is called home. Let's just create another one, and let's call it something funky like Hello Kitty. Okay, and then the URL will be Kitty. Okay, so now on the home page where we have the actual navigation bar, we not only have home, we have Hello Kitty as well. And this is because we have two pages in here. If you don't want the Hello Kitty to show up, you can just hide it. So drag the Hello Kitty page or the page that you don't want it to show over here, and then it will be hidden from the navigation. You just need to save and then probably refresh it. Then it will be saved from this main navigation. Yeah, here we go. Now it is hidden, but we still have the Hello Kitty page. Okay. Let's say if you want to nest it. So under the home, I want the Hello Kitty page to show up. So let's just save this one and then refresh the builder. So now you see home has an actual arrow drop down next to it. And this happened because the Hello Kitty page was pulled out. So you actually click this drag option, and then you just move it a bit towards, like a bit inside, bit towards the middle of this container. Now you can see this is starting over here, but the second one is starting over here. This is why this subcategory happened. But what happens in case you want to have another subcategory below Hello Kitty? Unfortunately, you cannot not do that. You can only have two subcategories. As you can see, basically one subcategory, one main category on the header and one subcategory. So you cannot pull the page tree under Hello Kitty like this. You see, it is not working, unfortunately. You can have either a separate category or one subcategory like that. But yes, let's just save it, refresh it, and then you will be able to see over here. So it should be showing up. Yeah, Hello Kitty and page 3 are both under the home tab. I have a question from Ben in regards to this one. Do pages have to be connected in menu or navigation for help? Google search, Google crawler for SEO, or can the pages be separate but Google knows because they link by URL? If page is hidden, does Google still see them for SEO? So there is development going on for this one to actually be there, and I think this one has been actually published. Now when you actually hide a page, so yeah, let's just hide the Hello Kitty page, and then you save it inside the code. It will not be possible, it will not be visible. It will be like a non-follow link, or basically the no notion of this page will be mentioned inside the code. uh, there were sites where people did their premium courses, and they actually hidden some pages, not with our platform but with different platforms, and they were selling premium courses, and there were some funnel hackers and people that understand the code. They just went inside it, like using the inspect element, and they could have found the different pages inside the page itself. Maybe not this, maybe the page source, but I don't know. But they could have found the different pages stacked below it. But once you hide the page, it will not be visible for these funnel hackers. So in case you have like a premium access to your thank you page or something, it will not be visible inside the code of the site. Good. So let's just see the rest of the questions. This one was answered. So I will go on to these questions that were put under this lovely image of the lemonade cup. I have 6 comments, and the first one was from Vibber. Okay, let me zoom in so you can see it better. I want to sell info products. This is the website. Do not ready yet, working. Let me just see what he means by this. Okay, it is working, it is not ready yet. Okay, my question is how to set the order fulfillment, how the purchase will trigger the email autoresponder, and it will send email to customer to download the link. I have put one in thank you page, but want to send purchase confirmation also in the email. Very good question. Okay, so I will answer your question, Vibber. So for this to be actually done, you would need to have your system connected to GrooveCell. Let's just say that I'm Okay, so this was the template we created on Monday in the live build. In case you want to learn how to create this one, you can just visit the Monday's video where we actually create a book landing page. It's looking pretty cool. In order for me to actually deliver this product, you would need to actually set up GrooveCell to do that. So once somebody comes over here and then wants to actually download the book, you need to set the book up in GrooveCell. How you do that is you go into funnels and then you choose the product funnel in case you don't have it created yet. He's saying that it is connected to GrooveCell. Okay, so it is connected to GrooveCell. Let me just then go around the topic quickly and then show you where you would do that. Okay, so here inside the fulfillment, you would need to choose the integration. You just add the integration with MailChimp or Zapier, whatever you would like to have, and then you can actually have the people that joined your list. So you create an automation inside your email marketing platform. If somebody joins a specific list, they will automatically get an email which is sending out the product. You can also send them later on to a thank you page, but inside here is what you actually do. So add integration, and this is where you set it up. You can set it up for different price points that you have, or you can also do webhook. So you can connect a webhook to actually deliver the product there. I'm not very familiar with webhooks yet, but in case you know how to do that through Zapier webhook or whatever, then you can just set it up here. We will soon have access to these, so integrated membership, and also a downloadable file that will be sent out by GrooveCell itself, so it will not require an integration from you. It will be GrooveCell that will be handling the downloadable file delivery. This is also possible to set up for each product separately. How to create a new purchase list and then integrate it. I don't know what you mean by purchase list. In case you are talking about a list inside your email marketing service, you would need to look inside their tutorials. I don't know which one you're using. It is just simple to create an automation. Once somebody comes to your list, for example, my list name is affiliate marketing. If somebody comes to affiliate marketing, send them this email. So you would need to learn how to do that through your email marketing service. In case you're using Aweber, learn it from there. In case you're using MailChimp, GetResponse, whichever, they have probably tutorials on that one. Okay, good. So this is the order fulfillment. Nice site, by the way. I would probably separate them a bit more because 18-1 Ultimate Social Media ebook collection course, or maybe to, I mean, I know this is not a show and tell. I just want to help you out. Maybe do separate sections on this is the first book. It has pam, 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 pam. Something like you have in your images. It would be cool if you could recreate that on your site. But looking nice. I like the background. Okay. Hi, Kanuak. I have a question. If I run my own WordPress website, I have to secure it. How does it work on Groove Digital? How secure is my content? So WordPress actually has a lot of problems with security because the code is open source, and the people that want to harm users on WordPress, they can actually get access to the open source code, see what is a bug, what is a loop or a loophole, and then they can use that as their advantage. Our software is not an open source software, so it is not having security, the problems like WordPress is having. To actually have a fully protected WordPress account, you have to have a couple of plugins, and even the plugins itself can have loopholes. So WordPress is just a horrible nightmare for security. I remember I had a WordPress site, or I have a couple of WordPress sites, but one in particular was a blog about birthdays. and it was just horrible. It was so full of spam, like people or bots, or I don't know how, they just found it, and my site was hacked in no time, even with multiple different paid security platforms. Like I just had to cancel out everything and just stop working on it, because it was filled with comments, it was filled with settings that I didn't change myself, so I didn't know what to do. I just stopped. This will not happen here. We have a fully, like, our platform is not open source. When it becomes available to work with plugins, we'll just to open up an SDK that will be communicating with the platform. We will not open our platform completely so that people can do like different themes for it and things like this. It is not an open source. So because WordPress is open source, it is a nightmare for security. Our platform is closed, and it is not a problem for security. It is like ClickFunnels or Kartra. You don't hear a lot of security problems with a fully hosted and managed systems, because they are very, very well protected. Still another question from Heike Nowak. How far is the GDPR integration? That's quite important for the, we need this standard clause contract for businesses within EU clients, with EU clients. I am very familiar with GDPR myself, being in Europe as well. I'm also waiting for GDPR. This will be probably coming after September. Our team is working on this one. We have, I think, a couple of developers on that already. So this is being worked on, but at this point I don't know how uh, the GDPR integration will function. I know that it will be built in to Groove, and if you want to turn it on, like the cookie policies and things like this, it will be very simple. However, there will be more on this topic on Tuesday. I will be doing an announcement after this live stream has ended. I will do an announcement on Tuesday. There will be a webinar with Mike, and Mike will actually explain everything that is coming and when it's coming. So I don't have full information, but the founder and the co-founder of the company will be able to exactly tell you what and when is coming. We are a bit delayed. I have to say we are a bit delayed with some things with this launch. It is still going on. We are pushing out updates, but there were some changes with some servers, and this have delayed our team on pushing out the updates, because we don't want to push out unfinished products. We just decided that we need a bit of more time, but there will be more info on that on Tuesday by Mike. Muhammad Allen saying, I've seen a lot of your videos on Groove Digital Academy. Most of them are landing page and thank you page, nothing with an upsell. And on the Academy, I've seen product funnels. However, I haven't seen any video that explain how to integrate it with pages I've designed. Where is the funnel creation walkthrough? So I don't know, Muhammad, you are a new person. I can see from the hand next to your name. We don't have the proper funnel feature inside GroovePages yet, so this is coming in this launch. I didn't do funnel creation walkthroughs. I just did separate pages because the funnel feature is not out yet. Eric Butts, it'd be great if you know a way to make anchor links open in the same page instead of a new tab. Okay, good. Let me just show you. So I will probably go into the design which I was using for this. Okay, so let's just use, I will probably put a couple of more content blocks, something big like that. Okay, so I want this button to scroll down over here. Okay, so this is how I would count my blocks. So I can see this is one block, second block, third block, fourth block. Okay, so this is number 4, 3, 2, and then 1. So now I know that I have 4 blocks, which one is the first, which one is the last, and then the two in between I know. I come over here to configure block, linked block, let's say number 3, and update. Once you configure the anchor links, they are not opening up in a new window. Let me just test. I think this will be working in a preview mode. So, okay, it is not working in the preview mode. Let me just publish the page quickly and then demonstrate. Demonstrate. Okay. Cool. So, button. Okay, I think this is what you're saying that is happening. It could be having an issue. Let me just try to redo it. So button is configured to be in the block 3 update, not 2, 3. Okay, update, save, publish. It could be that this is a bug. Let's just have a look. Yeah, so it is actually wanting to go somewhere / or sorry, hashtag 0IP and then something else. So at this point, I don't think the anchor links are working as they should. I was working with them a couple of days ago and they were working fine, but at this moment, I don't think they are actually scrolling down. What should happen usually is once this is clicked and it is configured to go and link to a block, it would actually scroll down over here where the block 3 is. But at this point, I don't think it is working. It is having a bit of an issue. But so yes, I think that this is not a usability problem. It is just a bug that is happening. So sorry about that, Eric. I wanted to demonstrate, but at this point, I don't think I can. Dean saying, hey, David, you posted part of the infogram the other day showing the timeline for releases and said you would be posting the whole thing. Did I miss that? Thanks. Yes, I did post a part of it, and it was cool. And the arrangement was that there will be the bigger part coming the day after. However, there were a couple of issues and we had to change some things on the schedule itself. So the schedule was redesigned, and at this point the agreed time for the full schedule will be Tuesday on this webinar with Mike. This is what is confirmed, and it is 100% that this will happen. It is already scheduled. You must have probably gotten also links on getting onto that webinar, but in case you didn't, I will share that with you inside the Facebook group. So I will make a full announcement on this one, Dean and everybody that is interested, but this will be the registration link for the webinar. Let me see where I can actually share that with you. I'll just drop the link inside the Facebook comments so you can click on it. Make sure you click on it. Make sure you register. This will be the webinar not training, but announcement video with Mike. And this is where he will be giving you the schedule and everything. I know that this is not something that that should basically a launch shouldn't look like this one, but when we are launching, we are trying to launch a full product. At this point, or some server issues are giving us some hard problems, but this is not going to be taking us basically you will get a launch with the products that we promoted, and more info on that on Tuesday. Good. So I am done with these questions. So I will be diving into your questions from the live stream. Let me just scroll up a bit. Okay. Okay. So layout displays need a full explanation of what all different options are, what they do, and when to choose them, what's the benefit of each one. So I'm not sure on all the display options over here. As I mentioned, I know a couple, and I will go through this couple. So in case you have, for example, none, this is hiding this element on certain devices where you set it up to hide. For example, I want on mobile this button to show, so I would set it up as block. But on other ones, if I don't want it to show, I would just leave it on none. Okay, so when that is set up, then we can just take the screen and actually see that there is no button. But once we actually come to a mobile view like that, there is the button. So this is the none. What the none layout option is doing is hiding elements on the page. They are still in the code, but they are not shown on certain devices. Okay, so this is the none layout. There is a full tutorial on this one on inside the Facebook group and also on YouTube. Hiding elements, groove pages. First one, hiding elements on different screen sizes and groove pages. You can learn about the none function inside this video. Okay, so the next one is whenever you have, for example, a container and you want to place elements inside it. So whenever you have elements, you can actually decide if you want them to show next to each other when they are in line, or if they are normally block. You see, this one popped below it. So I want this one also to be below it, not to be stacked next to each other, but to be stacked on top of each other. This is the inline. Inline is next to each other. The non-inline, which is block, is below each other. Yeah, so that's basically it. You can also set up the container layout. You also have different options. You can set up elements to be stacked up vertically. You can set them up to be always in the middle. You can also set them up to be left aligned, right aligned. You can set up to be covering the full width from one border to the other border. You can then set up basically the text to be in the middle, and then things like this. This is on flex. This is flexing the button to be on both of the ends. So the block, inline block, and flex, and none. So basically these are 4 that I know of. I don't know the rest, what they do, and this one I would need to ask the developers later on. But using these, I have designed using this knowledge, I have designed most of my sites, and it is actually enough, more than enough. I don't even know what the others do, but this is actually enough for me to be able to build out a lot of different sites. Claudio is asking, how do I create a copy of a sample store we receive initially and then create a duplicate of it to modify? Huh? Claudio, I'm not quite sure I understand. What do you mean by a copy of the sample store? Do you mean in GrooveKart? Do you mean in GroovePages? What are you trying to duplicate or modify? If you could just elaborate on this one, I would appreciate it. Okay, Ben is saying again, just watched the replay and found out how to get the YouTube and Vimeo videos to update. Might be good to remind everybody about using backspace. Sure. So in case you want to use videos on your site, you pull in, of course, the element of the video itself, and then let's just say we want to use this video to be embedded to our page. Once you click on a YouTube video, you come over here to configure, and you need to put in the video ID. This, what I pasted now, is the full URL, and we don't need that. We need everything after the equal sign. So we select everything equal sign, and before we delete it. Okay. and then update. So basically what this needs to see, this form field needs to have a button on the keyboard clicked. So Ben was playing with a backspace button. You can just go left and right with the arrow keys. Anything where you click on the keyboard inside this field, this will be helping the video to actually be recognized. Because once you just paste in something, most probably the update button will not show up. But once you click a button inside the form field, it will actually recognize it and the button will appear as pink. Okay. Okay. Linda is saying, GrooveKart issue with pictures in production section, challenge day 3 training. The personalized picture on my computer is upright, but when I upload the cart, the picture goes sideways. Okay. Could you please, Linda, record a Loom video for me and send it to me, and I will forward it on to the developers. Could be that this is something in the code, or it would be a good idea maybe to add on options to change that inside GrooveKart itself. But please record a video for me and I will forward it on. Dun, dun, dun. Eric is here. Hi, David Lemon. Amazon Marketplace. Hi, David. How to add Robots.txt and SiteMap on GroovePages. I will be doing a video on this one, a short explanation video. I mentioned this in the last LemonAid session, but okay. So Amazon Marketplace, I don't know your real name, so I'll just say Amazon Marketplace. Sitemaps are at this point not, you cannot generate it through GroovePages. But as I explained it last week on the LemonAid session, the sitemaps are not a make or break system for a website. This is what Google says, support.google.com, webmaster answers, okay? Learn about sitemaps. Sitemaps can help Google find and understand video and image files or news articles on your site if you want them to appear in Google search results. If you don't need these results to appear in image, video, or news results, you might not need a sitemap. So you are probably asking about sitemaps and Robots.txt because this is just a general thing which WordPress allows you to do. However, WordPress is considered as a blogging platform, and as blogs, they have different videos, images, and they want to show up in news results. But what we are creating inside GroovePages are websites, and at this point, we are not creating these blog type articles that will be appearing in the news results. So at this point, we don't have this function, but it is not a make or break system. We will probably have it in case it is upvoted enough. So in case you want this implemented, head over to feedback.groovefunnels.com, GroovePages feature request, and just search for robots or sitemap. Prevent search engines. Okay, not this one, then sitemap. Type in sitemap, and then there is one, I also upvoted it, 94 upvotes. We need to be able to generate sitemap. Please click on this one, upvote it. The higher it comes, the sooner the developers will implement this one inside the builder itself. But I'm pretty sure it will come out once the Groove blog is out, because once we have blogs, this makes complete sense, and it would be a big like benefit, not benefit, but it would be a big problem if we didn't have something like that. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. Christine saying GrooveKart issues can be addressed on Thursday's GrooveKart with John. He is the one that is the cart guru. That is correct. And I need to tell you, you probably saw this one already, but today we have a special edition of GrooveKart. tonight's GrooveKart training, we will not be learning how to create sites, but we will be learning on, let me see where it is. Here we go. Thursday GrooveKart training special edition with Mike Filsame. So there will be a replay. Haikenoak is saying there will be a replay. But yes, so this is about what the future holds for GrooveKart. So it will be at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It is 12 a.m. tomorrow for me, my time. When I'm setting up these live streams, I just need to put it for some reason in my time. But yes, tonight, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with Mike Filsame, the co-founder. He will introduce the future of GrooveKart. So make sure you jump into this call. It will be here inside the Facebook group and also on YouTube. We are streaming live. So come over there and then join us. Pim, pim, pim. Does using icon like that slow load speed? I heard using emojis really slows load speed down. Yes. So using emojis, load speed. Um, there are actually different topics on different emojis and things like this. So there is also the option to disable emojis in WordPress and Elementor and other page builders, because emojis are something, for some reason, a small image like that can really slow down the page editor. Also Zenforo, this is also a CMS platform. And then there's a lot of different platforms that are having options uh, to turn them off because they are slowing down the system. I'm not quite sure why, but yes, that is completely true. In case you are using emojis, you need to be careful. It will be putting on a bit of load on your sites. In case you're using these symbol text icons, so not the ones that are colored, these are considered emojis, but the ones that are just like black and white or things like this one, this will not be a problem to load. But these kind of, where they are here, these kind of smileys and Facebook emoticons and emojis, these will be slowing down the speed. So you can play with that. You can test it out on your sites for yourself. It has been reported on multiple platforms, in WordPress, in Symfony, in Elementor, in Thrive Architect. They are actually putting up different procedures in order to make the sites load faster and not load in emojis. David, hopefully you can answer a question on GrooveKart, how to rotate pictures that I uploaded to GrooveKart, the original on my computer upright. Okay, yeah, I saw that one. How do I correct that? This is not my original. And what is the best size for the picture? I don't know what is the best size for the pictures. There is different placeholders on different places. There is vertical placeholders and horizontal ones and square ones. So this one, I don't know. On one of the trainings, what's his name, John Garcia, he mentioned what is the perfect size for a slider, but I don't know normal product images. I don't think they have a set size that you would need to use. So this is something you can test out on your pages on different sizes which have the higher quality and things like this. But about your image rotating, please shoot a Loom video and I will be sending it to the people that could do something about that. Unfortunately, I'm not able to tell you now this is the reason and do this one, because I would need to see it first on where that actually happens. Dreamcast, I have a VSL, but the link to my affiliate page is not working. The subscription to my autoresponder is this likely an autoresponder problem? We would need to see this one and we would need to test it. So Dreamcast, in case you have these issues, please record a Loom video or send us the link and then we can test it out. Otherwise, here within the text, it is really hard to actually know what the problem could be. Okay. Pum, pum, pum. Question: is anything being done for ADA, American with Disabilities Act? Any site can be sued, and many have commercial sites have been, because they do not have facilities making it accessible to those with disabilities. Thanks. I don't know about ADA and what is being done on our sites, but at this point, I don't think that this is the biggest problem, because some of our features like buttons are not working properly. So I think we need to fix the buttons and these actual functionalities first, and then we can customize and optimize for different uh, policies like ADA, GDPR, and things like this. We need to have first a functioning builder which can build sites, and then we will focus on other things. I know that there are feature requests on this one, and this is ADA, I think. Yeah, ADA compliance. You can upvote it in case you think this is extremely important at this point. You just share it out. You make sure that others upvote it as well. The higher it comes, the faster it will be implemented. Sorry, guys. But yes, I'm pretty sure there will be something done about this one. We want to play fair, and we want to provide a builder where when people build out their sites, they don't get sued. Absolutely. I don't know if this will be done now, immediately, or later on, or when, but this is over here. So if it is in here, then we are considering it for sure. Is it possible to do side block linking instead of vertical blocks? What do you mean side block linking instead of vertical blocks? I'm not quite sure what you are asking with this one. What do you mean by side block linking? Please let me know. Okay. Toshi's here. Can stay off out at the mall. Keep up the great work. Awesome. Thank you very much. Question: we live a bit of nomad life, one Wi-Fi network this day, another the next, sometimes accessing from tethering mode through mobile, sometimes through our wine guard to strengthen signals, might equate to multiple IP addresses from same laptop. Would this put us at risk for being booted out? I don't think so. If you are not sharing your access with multiple users that you are using in one place, and at the same time somebody else is using on a completely different place, I don't think that this will be a problem. There is a problem when multiple users are logged in at the same time from different places in the world. That could get you at risk. But if you if you and your husband or your partner or whoever is using the same account are on the same IP address, I don't think you have to worry about that. Having problems publishing update to my site, which is why I ask, are others actively publishing? Sorry, I missed this. Was a lady jumping on? No problem, Kisha. There is a development team that is working on this exact problem at this point. There was a small deployment that was pushed out, but it only fixed just some minor issues about publishing, but the whole problem is not yet complete. So we are still working on the issue that you have, that other users have. I have been in contact with, I think, 4 or 5 people with this issue, and we are looking into this one, but I don't have an ETA on it at this point, and I don't know what the issue exactly is. The devs are working on it. When I received the login information for GrooveKart, I received a sample store. How do I create a copy of it to modify? Why would you like to do a copy of it? Why don't you just edit the sample store? I'm not quite sure what are you trying to achieve, Claudia. If you are trying to actually build out your GrooveKart store, in case you upgraded as a platinum member, you have one store. You cannot make a copy of it. You cannot have multiple stores. Unfortunately, you have one store as a bonus when you sign up to a platinum membership, and this store is the only store you get as a bonus. You can purchase multiple different stores. You need to reach out to support for that, but at this point there is no way to copy over a store. Linda, you say you will follow up on tonight's training with John. I don't think that there will be a training with John tonight. As I mentioned, there will be a special edition GrooveKart about the future of GrooveKart. So you would probably be better off sending me the Loom video. I can reach out to John and the support team who could look into this one for you. And in general, how to duplicate store created and then modify the copy. Yeah, so I don't think this is possible. If you have one store, you cannot copy it over to have a duplicate of the store. Keisha Fox, it should not give you a boot out. I am a bit of a roamer as well, and I have never have troubles with access or boot. Pom pom pom. Okay. Here we go. Is it possible to apply Python to the backend? You are actually trying to reconstruct our whole builder. It is not possible, Kenneth. In case you want to add on some code to your sites, you can do it either here, edit the source code, but it is not Python. Absolutely not. This is JavaScript, HTML, and CSS. You probably know this one. I can see that you are a developer yourself. You can also do it on the page level. You can add on code snippets here, like tracking links. You can add on custom CSS. You can add it on a site level from here, here, but this is not a Python. What I suggest you, in case you want to embed something, is to use the code embed. This is the safest place to be in case you want to play with code. In case you are not a developer, you usually have like embed codes that other platforms give you to embed. This is where you click on a cogwheel, and this is where you can put in your code. I don't think Python code is going to be displayed here, but you can test it out. Eldon, Dave Lemon, most of the problems with emojis in WordPress is due to how they handle JavaScript and add-ons reacting with JavaScript. Okay, very good. I'm not a developer, so I don't know what that actually and how WordPress handles JavaScript, but I have seen a pretty much all the platforms where I built out any kind of sites. They were actually they had an option to disable the emojis themselves. Kenneth is saying I have software to add for ADA. So Kenneth, in case you want, you can reach out to the person that was asking about ADA. I'm not able to see who that was because the name was just Facebook user, I believe. But yes, crazy. There's an independent mods for ADA. If anyone needs, I can share with you. Yes, Kenneth has it. Dreamcast is saying we'll send video. Thank you. I want to build my page for my service on GrooveFunnel and also have affiliate program. Is GrooveFunnels is now full ready to run sales funnel 100%? Well, nothing is 100%. Google is not 100%. The other day their servers went down. GrooveFunnels is not 100%. We don't yet have a funnel feature, like a proper funnel feature, so it is not 100%. Most of the software that you are using is not 100%. So no, you can do, you can promote and build a page and promote your service and have an affiliate program for it. But in case if GrooveFunnels is the final version now that it will ever be, absolutely not. It is not even 0.1%. So whenever you have a product inside GrooveCell, you come to GrooveCell, you set up your product inside here. So you click on funnels. Here you create a new product funnel. Let's just say I will edit this LemonAid book. Okay. You click in to edit. You go through all this step-by-step setup guide, and on the step 9 you can turn on the affiliate program. So you can choose each of the products on what will be the percentage that an affiliate gets. You can also do a second tier affiliate for JV brokers. And also you can do commission overrides, custom landing pages for your affiliate sites, for basically for affiliates, JV affiliate information page, integrations, separate integration for affiliate. So yes, you can set this up for your products. If you're selling carrots online, in case you're selling books or you're selling services, this is available for everybody that has access to GrooveSell. You demonstrated blocks earlier and they appear vertically. So I wonder if GroovePages can do side blocks. Blocks cannot be, you can only have one block on the page. So when you use a block, let's say an empty block, it will be the base structure. So the block is the first part. So on the block, you can place different elements. You cannot place 2 blocks, unfortunately. You can place 2 containers though. In case you are playing with software like ClickFunnels, they have different names for it. They have sections and I don't know what else. But instead of blocks, you can have containers. So there is one block in the background, but you have 2 containers on it. So you can actually set up the container to be 100% full width, and then you actually have something like two blocks where you pull in different elements, for example a headline like that, and then also a video and all kinds of funky stuff, which will be serving as a block. But this is a container, just a different name for it. In case you want to remove the gutter width, which is the spacing between the 2 of these containers, you click on the layout 2x2, which is actually the container which holds the 2 containers inside. Here you configure and then you choose the gutter width to be none. Now it is actually, there is no space between. So now you can play with this as 2 containers on the page. You can do the same with empty blocks that have multiple different containers, for example like 3. Where is it? Here. So you can just click on the container, the outer container, you set it up in sizing to be 100% width. You can also delete the gutter between them, and now you have actually 3 containers that are touching each other, that are basically not separated at all, and it is functioning as one block, but inside you have 3 containers. So I hope this will be helping you in the future. Let's see. I wish to keep a copy as a reference. I don't think that this is a possibility. If you want to make a copy of your store, to have actually 2 stores fully functioning and to look exactly alike, you would probably need to purchase another store or reach out to support. They could have a solution for you, but I didn't have this situation yet, so I wouldn't be able to assist you with this. Most probably the support could. Why the original sample store does not show up in studio.groovekart? Is not supposed studio.groovekart to contain all my store designs. GrooveKart Studio is to create your pages. It is not to store your stores. If you have one store, you cannot actually show up multiple stores inside there. Claudio, are we not supposed all the created store designs to show up in Studio or GrooveKart? Yes, no, they are not supposed to do that. Dean, I asked the 80. Okay, no problem. So Dean, you can reach out to Kenneth, I think. Yeah, Kenneth Fax, he had a solution for that, but we will probably be putting in our solution for that ourselves. Let me just actually see in Mike's pinned post. There was GDPR mentioned. I'm not sure if there was the other one mentioned, the ADA. Let me scroll in so you can guys see it as well. Okay, pum pum pum. It's a quite a long post though. Okay, SDK. More coming soon. So it should be mentioned somewhere up here. I think this was modified because we had something on here which was mentioning GDPR. I don't see it anymore, but yes. So I think GDPR will be there very soon in September, November, September, October. I'm not quite sure when, but it should be there before the end of the year. Good. Is there a video enabled cover element coming? It is a feature request. So if you come over here, it is video, full with images video, or video blocks. This is over here. You would need to upvote it. It is most probably coming, but at this point we don't yet have it. Could be that it will be out when Groove Video is out, because it would make sense to have Groove Video actually display in the background, but I'm not quite sure. Good. Valentine. Hi, Valentine. It's good to have you here again. Please, could you do a quick illustration of several images with title on a straight horizontal block, just like the e-commerce website do it, and integrate a link on them? Several images with title on a straight horizontal block, just like e-commerce websites do it. I'm not quite sure what he means by it, but I will give my best to try to demonstrate it. I will delete this one, and I will just try to do something. I have to just delete everything, actually. Cool. So, if you, I don't know how other e-commerce sites have it. I think this is what he means by it. So let's just put some, not bottom, but just the top margin like that, so that it is coming a bit lower. So over here, I would put a full container inside, and then below that I would probably put let me try to do this this way. So one image which will be centered in the middle like that, and then I want the 5-column layout to come below that. Okay, and then inside here I just duplicate the images like that, like that. Here we go, like that. Come on, here we go. And then last one. The thing is that we don't have a functional gallery option, which is actually a clickable one, like on for example Amazon. Like you click on it and then you preview it. We don't have that yet, but this is something that I would probably do. So you just populate it with your images inside, and then here below you pop in your images. You need to make sure that your images are the same size. Let me try to use these. I think they are all 250 pixel. This lovely lady over here. Okay, so this one is a bit bigger. You see, you would need to resize your images to be the same height and the same width so that they would look good. So this one and this one are looking pretty similar, but this one is not the same. So we could just duplicate this one over here and just duplicate this one over here. Come on. Here we go. I think this is what you mean, Valentine. And then you can over here have your headline, your paragraph, some icons for, I would put the icons in a container. Like this, and then maybe a button below for purchasing, and then maybe some other headline for displaying the price over here. So over here you could just put in some stars that are yellow color and that are base, like that, maybe a bit bigger, not that big, but something like this. And then you have here my awesome product. You have your description over here. You put in the price, $45, and then you basically put in a buy now button. We would need to edit it a bit, but this is the gist of it. You could create these pretty quickly. So what I did is I actually just took an empty container, empty what's his name, empty block. That is this one over here. On here I placed a container, one column container, and then below that I just placed a 5-column container from here. Okay, like that. I just populated it with images. Over here just comes a text, some icons, description, another heading text for the price, and just a button. Okay, I think this is what Valentine was asking for. I'm not quite sure if he wanted me to create something like that or something completely entirely different, but yeah, now you know how to do this in case I didn't understand it correctly. To all, GrooveKart is not a support point on these FAQ Q&As. David Lemon is specific to supporting GrooveSale, GroovePages, GrooveFunnels. I'm trying my best to do GrooveKart as well, but I'm not familiar with all the functions yet because I didn't publish my store on it yet. I don't have my products and my store actually set up to sell products on it, but I am working on a course on I have the outline ready for that one, but we're doing so many updates and features and things like this that I think we will wait with the courses. I started one as well on GroovePages, but it is not possible to do it yet with all the updates and the bugs. I don't want to do a broken course like, oh, today I will show you a walk around on how to do this because now we have a bug, and this is not how a course should look like. So at this point I just stopped doing the full-on courses. I shared the outline for the mini course for a local business. This has stopped because of the updates and the deployments of the new features and the new apps. But once the builder is stable and fully functional, I will resume with the filming of those courses. And of course I will do one on GrooveKart as well because I'm interested in learning it. I used Shopify previously. I know the gist of the GrooveKart. I still need to go in and actually use it myself, so then I am able to teach it. I don't like to tell people things that I don't know myself, and I could be guessing with all kinds of things in GrooveKart, but before I go in there and experience it myself, I'm not able to answer all the questions. Whee! Awesome. The same place you have the image and slide detail below it. The idea is to integrate a link on each container with image and details on it. The same place you have the image and a slide detail below it. This one. Okay, so you're trying to integrate a link to each of the containers with an image. You can actually try to do this one to a pop-up, and then actually set up a pop-up with a full image in case you want to go that route. But then you would have like hundreds of pop-ups in case you want somebody to click on the image and then see it. I don't know what you're doing actually, Valentine. I'm trying to figure out, but in case you are trying to create the previews, you can do it using the pop-ups. Have to go, David. As always, thanks for great session. Bye, everyone. I think this is Dean. Thank you very much, Dean. I hope you come to the training on GrooveKart in case you're interested in learning GrooveKart, because we will have Mike on, and when Mike speaks, everybody is just in awe. Like, whoa, thank you, Mike. I cannot wait for it because I am very interested in what GrooveKart can do and what it will be able to do. For your information, David, if you can use your amazing influence with the developers on fixing the publishing, yes, we are working on it. It will be very much appreciated. Our Facebook pixels is in our update, and without the Facebook pixel firing on our page, we can run any ad. Time is of essence. Lost 3 days so far. I know, Keisha. It is not something that was planned, and I apologize for it. I am, and I told you in private message, I am working with the developers, but it seems like this is a bigger issue than it was predicted. And once I know something, you will know the same instant. So yeah, just patience is needed. I know that your site is not functioning properly without it being actually published, but there's not much I can do about that at this point. Pum, pum, pum. Good. David is advancing his superpowers every day. That is correct. What is the title of the training video specifically for pages and navigation? I want to search it on YouTube, on your YouTube channel. So I did a video and the full explanation inside YouTube on one. If I can type one page website groove pages, like that. Here we go. Building out a one-page website for a local business. I don't have the timestamps for that yet, but when I built out the site, I went in there and I actually linked in the different blocks. So I finished it and then I created here. So somewhere around 57 minutes, a bit before, I'm actually showing 56 minutes. I'm showing how to set up the navigation bar. Here I went in depth of how to set up the navigation bar to be actually when clicked, then the navigation scrolls down to the different parts of the page. So that is on YouTube, building out one-page website for a local business. In case you want to see more tips and tricks on the navigation bar, come into the Facebook group on tutorial videos. And then here I actually show how to do a sticky header navigation bar. And then also transparent navigation, where you actually have the navigation inside the content on your page. So you can watch that one as well. Hang in there. It's the life of software projects. Correct, Kenneth. So we have different problems that are popping up, as you can see, and this is why the launch is a bit delayed. But guys, this is approximately all the questions I have got so far. Please let me know in case I didn't answer your question, because I just scrolled now to the bottom of the comment section and I don't see anything new. Please let me know in case there is something that you still want to know that I didn't mention yet. Yes, so I want to also say that we have this person that we hired for doing the timestamping videos for you guys on YouTube. We have, I think, almost 20 videos now timestamp. I know that we have a lot more published. No, actually not 20, 32 videos are timestamped on YouTube, so you can watch all of them with the timestamps. There is a couple of titles over here, but not only that, inside the support Groove, GrooveDigital.com, you can also view searchable videos. For example, I am interested in centering how to align elements on the page with GroovePages. For example, this is one of the videos that is created, and then you can immediately see all the timestamps centering text in GroovePages. You can click on it, or you can actually play it inside here and watch that video immediately. So this is in the support tab, so you can search for things over here in case you are having problem publishing using your own domain, the page builder main toolbars, or publishing using your own domain. You can find a lot of useful stuff on this one. You also have the searchable videos. These are the ones that I'm putting in that will have an embedded video exporting your contacts from GrooveCell. It's like there is a lot of information over here inside the contact, or not the contact, the help desk itself. Yes, exactly. I got it now. Thank you very much. You're the best. I really wish to gift you one of my custom-made wristwatches someday when I get my website up using GrooveFunnels. Thank you very much, Valentine. That would be awesome. I would wear it most probably every day. I'm a big watch freak. I love watches. I don't have any very expensive watches, because even the normal watches that are not very expensive show the time the same as the higher the more expensive watches. But at this point I don't have any. All my watches were broken, so I would appreciate if you could do that. It's not that I am begging, but it is a nice gift to have. I have a question, says Jim Evans. My computer is not working right. I will ask later, David. No problem, Jim. You know where to find me. Martin is here. Can you explain the relationship between GroovePages and GrooveFunnels with a domain? Do I need a separate domain of my own for each page funnel? Good question, Martin. This is probably not a very good question. Like, you didn't ask it very clearly, but I will answer it so that it is as clear as possible. Let me remove this one. So let's just say that this site over here, I want to publish on my name, davidlemon.com. Somebody purchased this domain before me, so I'm not happy about that. But yeah, let's just say that I want to publish this page, and this is a extremely beautiful page that I just designed. It looks like this, and I want to now publish it on davidlemon.com. I'm angry at the person who purchased it, but it's okay. davidlemon.com. Okay, publish. I hit the publish button, and now this site, okay, let me just do the site settings. davidlemon.com. okay. Now this site is actually published to that domain. So let me show you what I mean by this. When you come to GroovePages, these are all different sites. So this is a site, this is a site, this is a site. A site is like a PowerPoint presentation that has different slides on it. Okay, so this is what we have: a site that have different pages on it. So in case you created now this page and you want to create another page, you wouldn't go out, you wouldn't exit the builder and go and create a new site. A new site can have so one site can have one root domain, which is davidlemon.com, or it would be gudamarketing.com. Now my davidlemon.com site which is a collection of different pages, can have unlimited pages. And at this moment, it has 3 pages: home, Hello Kitty, and page 3. Okay, so these are 3 pages. I can create unlimited more pages that will be on the same core domain, same root domain, davidlemon.com. But when I publish it, so for example, now Hello Kitty page doesn't have anything. I will just pop something on here, for example, this pricing block, and save it. And then if I would go to actual davidlemon.com page, I wouldn't see this one. I would see the index page, the home page. I would see this. If I want to see this Hello Kitty page, I would need to type in davidlemon.com/kitty. So the David Lemon site, davidlemon.com site, has a page that is /kitty. That / is going to an actual folder inside our site and showing up the page that is called Kitty. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. One site can have one root domain, okay? And then this root domain can have unlimited number of / names of the pages. But you cannot create here, for example, davidlemon.com, and then the other site I want to create davidlemon.com something, because that is not a root domain. The site needs to have a root domain. So I think this is an explanation that you could have understood. Please let me know if this answered your questions, Martin. Oh, I'm definitely getting you one. Thank you. You deserve it. Awesome. Thank you very, very much, Valentine. What is the link of that help desk? Seems like it's a library of training videos. It's not a library of only training videos. Did you write? If it is a library of everything that is on Groove Digital. This is a support. If I could just type while I'm talking to you guys, support.groovedigital.com. This is where you actually go and get help in the chat. You can go and chat with somebody over here, or you can create a ticket and then actually create a support ticket in case you need help with something. The support staff put the most frequently asked questions into these folders. Questions on elements are going over here. Questions on blocks are over here, and things like this. We also have a super FAQ that has loads of different questions. Is GrooveKart part of GrooveFunnels? There is a question. There is the answer. No, it's a standalone app. Lifetime buyers that took the upgrade got free account for life. Otherwise, it's $99 a month or $497 a year. Yeah, so there we go. Is GroovePages SEO friendly? You bet. And then it explains actually why and things like this. So it is not only a library of training videos. I am putting in all the videos that are timestamped, because the timestamps look like this one. The timestamps are actually searchable elements. How do I attach to an email provider? When is the SDK being released? Do you support SVG images? So for example, in case you come over here to the support SVG images, and then you have this building out a one-page lead generation website. When you click on it, this is actually showing up here. This is why this is the first search result. So you can use this tool, the support.groovedigital, to find answers to your questions. It should be the first place where you actually go before asking support, before asking in the Facebook group. Just come by to support.groovedigital.com and search for something that you are not familiar with, that you need help with. This is the first line of defense. Martin saying understood, thanks. Oh, no picture of Hello Kitty. No picture this time. And yet David is always on time for all these webinars. I am giving my best. I actually like how Eldon is coming in. He's like something like this, like Eldon is here. This is when he enters the live stream. He's like, Eldon here from New Zealand. This is how I feel when he enters the stage. He's like, I'm here now, guys. Okay, we can start the training. So yeah, I'm always happy when Eldon comes in. He always announces that he's in. Let me just show you what I mean by it. Eldon is on in New Zealand. Something like this. It doesn't actually, when you read the text, you cannot imagine it like that, but in my head it is always something like somebody pops up on the stage and is introducing himself. So yeah. But guys, this is the end of this live stream. I have another question. Will Mike Filsame update us on GrooveKart call later today? Yes. This is the end of the live stream of our LemonAid session. This was the LemonAid number 8. Next week we are doing the LemonAid number 9. And yes, if you have any questions in the meantime, please do not hesitate to first search in the support over here. Either if you're watching the YouTube videos, you can search here as well with the same keywords. So for example, SVG, GroovePages. We should have the video one page lead generation website, and also where we actually mention it, it is showing up there. So you can just use these tools to look for answers. But do not hesitate to contact me also in the Facebook chat or in the Facebook group. I am most of the times over there. My wife doesn't like it a lot when I'm always on my phone. But yes, I am extremely happy when I can help out the lovely customers like you are. So that is it, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Please come by tonight on the live stream of GrooveKart, where Mike Filsame will introduce the future of GrooveKart, and then I will do an announcement very soon, in a couple of minutes, on what will be on Tuesday. So be sure to check that out as well. So thank you everybody for joining in and staying this long. This is David signing off. Thank you, guys. Bye.